Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a fellow that I picked up at the recent Hunter Maze Island. And I really think that was supposed to be Hunter Island Maze. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be that. Anyway, he was the only individual that I got there, but I didn't have him before, and I have him now. This is Palhax, I think. And he is a legendary, he is darkness, and he's got lots of open rune slots. I'm on a roll. I really am. I'm on a roll here. I just jinxed it now, didn't I? Yes, I did. I just jinxed it. He's got lots of open rune slots. I hear he's okay. So let's find him a home. And unfortunately, I know exactly where he's going because it's the only spot I got. But I'm thinking if I let him hang out with the Tims, okay, as soon as they all draw in there, and of course, Don, yeah, we'll eventually find a better place for him. It's just that I don't have any space. Yeah, he's like the alien. I mean, that's basically what he is, right? So I'm probably going to call him Alan. You know, Alan. Oh, and yeah, that's kind of the reason that I really needed to wake him up. Because it gave me one of the pages in the temporary Halloween book. So, yeah, stuff that I wouldn't have gotten if I hadn't actually woke him up right now, right? Okay, so there he is. He's walking around with the Tims. This is somebody, like I said, I'm probably going to call him Alan. This is Palhax, and he is a legendary. He is darkness, and he's got lots of friends with him, apparently. Okay. He's got, he is apparently, I guess he's immune to nightmares. I guess he's everybody else's nightmare though, right? So his power is actually pretty good. His life is above normal, not bad at all. And his speed is actually pretty good too. He's got like almost equal power and speed. Could be very devastating for our enemies, right? Let's check out some skills. We got Slaying Bites. This deals low physical damage. I'm guessing to one enemy. Oh, it says one enemy, but it doesn't say so in the text. We're not gonna have text issues for the skills, are we? I hope not. And then we have Acid Attack. Deals low dark damage. Once again, not saying it's for a single enemy. We do see that up here, but that kind of like makes me concerned about the text for his attacks. Okay, and then we have Nest Yelp. This is his special skill. Deals massive special damage to all enemies, may make all targets bleed. That's more like it. Tell us who it's attacking, in words. Palhax is the first known case of an alien with rabies. He's been kept in a high security facility for years, but his strength is such that he has broken out, infecting all the guards in his path. Be extremely careful with him. I think running and screaming in the other direction is probably a lot better than being careful. Just saying. Okay, so he's a little guy, he's infected with rabies, and he's extremely dangerous. So let's feed him up so he gets strong. That sounds like a good idea. Alright, so, okay, he's got lots of friends with him. Are the friends going to grow up with him? I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's get him to level 4. To his second evolution. In the good old days, when there used to be 3 evolutions, you know? Okay, and he's mad about that. Alright, let's continue, because I want to see skills, and they start at level 7. Corroding Juices. Deals moderate dark damage, 50% chance of poisoning. Okay, I guess they consider acid to be poison, which is reasonable. Reasonable. Same principle, does damage, right? Alright, let's continue to level 10. Another skill. Dark Howl. Steals life from enemy. Okay, so he's going to be a life stealer. Unfortunately, this was the days when they didn't actually show you how much damage you did with that. So I guess we're going to have to judge it by the amount of stamina and the cooldown. Which one does the most damage, right? Alright, let's continue to level 15. More skills. More skills! Bloody Bites. Deals moderate special damage, 50% chance of causing the bleed. Alright, so bleeding is a good thing for our enemies. It's a very good thing for our enemies. He wants to see them bleed. Alright, let's continue to level 20. And another skill. Carnage Bites. Deals moderate special damage, may make target bleed. Okay, that's actually pretty good right there. It says moderate, but it's right on the edge there of high. 0 cooldown, and it does bleeding. So, never know. Unless you give me something a lot better than that, which I probably will. Just really like to keep that 0 cooldown, Can be useful. Alright, so 5 more levels. And his final form. It's a rare thing these days. You know what I mean? Dark Outcry. Steals a life from a target. Alright, so that has a cooldown. So obviously it's better than that since we don't see any damage in the gauge. We'll keep at very least the single best one. Okay, there he is. His final form. He actually has one. And he's happy about that. Did you see that? Yes, he is. Alright, so let's get to level 30. And some more skills. Eroding Juices. Ooh. Deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, may poison all targets. Well, that seems like a good thing to lead with, doesn't it? Not a bad thing to lead with. You start a fight with that, that's not bad. Let's go. To level 35. And more skills. More skills! Slaughter Bites. Deals very heavy special damage, may make target bleed. Okay. I'm willing to accept that one. Yes, I'm willing to accept that one. We'll take it. It does a lot more damage. Yeah, we're going to take that. Yeah, we're going to take that one. I like 0 cooldowns, but if it's going to be that much damage, yeah, I'm going to take it. All right, so let's continue, because I'm sure we got a couple more skills left. Maybe one at level 40. Disintegrative Juices. Yeah, worst name ever. Deals very heavy dark damage, may poison target. Okay, so, well, here's the question now. I mean, that one does the poison, but this one's actually really good damage, even without the poison. That one, I'm not keeping that. I mean, one way or another, I'm not keeping that, so I might as well just put this one over it, right? All right. It's kind of hoping for a group version, but I guess that maybe that would be a lot to ask for, right? Actually, not of that one, of the bleeding one. But the bleeding one now is a big single target damage, so I don't think that's going to happen. Some kind of a little interesting thing might be good, though. Okay, Carnage Bites deals moderate special. Okay, we saw that one already, and it's asking me for the 0 cooldown. I asked for the 0 cooldown, and it gave me one, but I already said no to that one. Should be one more new one? Maybe an upgraded lifesteal. I'm thinking that. All right, level 50. Dark Scream. Steals 100% of life taken back. Okay, for a minute there, I thought it was going to just take all life from the other side, from the other guy, I'm thinking like, wow, that's like an insta-kill. You can't do that. All right, so this is just worded badly. That's what it's worded badly. Steals 100% of life taken back from attack. That's worded very badly. So obviously we're going to take that one. Well, I said we're going to keep the big one. It's just that one, yeah, steals 100% of life. That's just, yeah, that's not what it does. No, it'd be great if it would, except of course if you ever faced him, because that's an insta-kill, right? So no, I mean, that's not what you're going to do. All right, I'm pretty sure that we've seen everything now, but we're still going to go up to level 60 because we go up to level 60. It's what we do. Dark Outcry, that's the one I just got rid of. And finally, we have Carnage Bites, right. Now, that's a 0 cooldown, but you know what? He doesn't really have a problem with his cooldowns, unless, of course, he get reset. But, I mean, they're kind of reasonable. We can deal with that. All right, let's check out his final stats. Actually, now looking at it, his life is actually low. I don't know why I was thinking 130 was actually good. It wasn't. 150 is like the border there. Yeah, so I'm wrong about that. So he is kind of a glass cannon. Anyway, his power is very good. His life is not good. I was completely wrong about that. Clearly a glass cannon. Clearly a glass cannon. And his speed is actually good too. He does a lot of damage. He does a lot of good things. Let's just take a look at all the good things that he does. All right, our first skill, we have Eroding Juices. Deals moderate dark damage to all enemies, may poison all targets. So anyway, this is a group attack, moderate damage, and will inflict poison unless it's resisted or the target is immune. Or he misses, which is far more likely these days, right? That's good. That's a good lead-off right there. You got dark damage and then poison all the targets. It's a good thing to do, especially if you have a good denial. And for whatever reason, whether they don't have stamina or they're stunned or they're frozen, they're all just standing there. So that way the poison can seep into them, you know? Okay, next we have Slaughter Bites. Deals very heavy special damage, may make target bleed. So this is a single target, big special damage hit that will also make the target bleed. It's kind of hoping for a group bleeding attack, but I guess, you know, that's a lot to ask for. These days, you know, he's not very old, but he's not new either, right? So these days, I would actually expect a group bleeding on a character like this, because that's seemingly what they kind of do. But the old days, they were a wonderful time. He was a lot better in the old days. He's good now, though. He's good now. Then we have, I'm not going to try to pronounce that again, that one. Deals very heavy dark damage, may poison target. Now, they should already be poisoned, so I'm kind of taking that one with a grain of salt there. It's really the very heavy dark damage that I like. I mean, adding the poison in, if they resisted it or something like that, it's a good throw in, but it is a very heavy dark damage hit. So that's what makes it really good. And frankly, there weren't really any other options because everything else we got was kind of an upgrade of what we do have. So it's not like I left something behind. He had his 4 skills and then he had upgrades for them. There was nothing else like some kind of a self-buff or regeneration or something like that. Basically, these are the skills you're going to take. In some cases, this line actually had a lower one with the 0 cooldown. Some people might decide to take that instead. Other than that, there's really no variations on his skills. You're going to take the 4 lines of attacks. You're just going to have to figure out which one you're going to take, right? And then for the last one, we have Dark Scream. Worst worded skill ever, right? Because if you look at the steals 100% of life taken from attack. What does that mean? That is very poorly worded. Very poorly worded. Anyway, what this does, it'll do probably a lot of damage because we don't have a gauge, so we can't really see it. That's something I'd want to test. And it's going to inflict a certain amount of damage, and it will return to him that same amount as healing if he needs it. Obviously, if he's at full health, it's not really going to do much for him. But if he is damaged, it will do a lot of healing back, especially if he's got a lot of strength runes on it to make him do more damage. If this does more damage, he's going to get more healing back. If it's somebody who's weak against dark damage, because it does seem to be a dark damage attack, he'll get even more health back because he's going to be inflicting more damage. So that kind of attack can be very, very useful. All right, and the thing about it is he's got a 3-round cooldown, a 2-round cooldown, a 2-round cooldown, and a 2-round cooldown. So I didn't really think that the 0 cooldown would be that important. Mind you, if he gets his cooldowns reset, he's going to be charging for 2 turns, unless his special comes up. So anyway, in terms of him, you know, he's got a low health, but the thing about it is putting health on him would be useless because the way the runes work, it would be a percentage. So yeah, in this case, probably some variation of strength and speed. I mean, he doesn't really have a problem. 37, 31. He doesn't really I mean, they're a little high. I'm looking at the stamina values. They're a little high, but I wouldn't put stamina on him, you know? The thing about it is, I got to say, he probably wouldn't last very long in a long fight. So you'd want to get his damage out as quickly as possible. You know, I'm actually kind of tempted to put a support speed on him. I am. I'm thinking maybe we do 2 damages and a support speed. Because, I mean, does he benefit from speed? Not much. I mean, he would benefit more from giving his denial a better chance to actually act, you know? Or you could put a support damage on him. It's just that I just don't see that as See, if he's self-buffed or something like that, or he had the 2 group attacks. See, if he had the 2 group attacks to put dots on, then I could see putting speed on him because you want him to get both of them out at the same time as quickly as possible. Get the poisons out, get the bleedings out then. So, but I mean, I just don't see speed as being very useful for him. I mean, he's got a decent speed to start with, but I just don't see it being useful. So I think 2 damages because some of his attacks do very good damage. His first one doesn't really do very good damage. It's low, it's middle moderate there. But the thing about it is it's all about the poison. But the other ones, the single target ones, I'm sure that one does too. I'm pretty sure that that'd be like a heavy darkness attack, if not a very heavy darkness attack. Wouldn't surprise me if it does very close to the same damage as this one. Of course, that's something we can actually test when the time comes. But this one, not really for that one. That one is really for the poison. But I still would put 2 damages on him. It's just that I would probably put it like a support speed on him. Anything to benefit the group, right? So anyway, this is Palhax, and I'm going to call him Alan, by the way, so just get over that. And he's kind of okay. He's pretty good. He's got a lot of damage stuff to him. A little concerned about the low life. That's the thing. I'm a little concerned about the low life. The question is, do I put him in the testing group or do I leave Borjark in there? Because we are going to be doing testing pretty soon, so... Anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya!